What is popping, everybody? What is honestly good? It's your girl, Jazz. I've come today to make a request, a proposal of sorts. I think that for the betterment of society, for the betterment of the way that we view each other, for the betterment of the way that we view ourselves, I think that maybe we all should maybe just try to kind of collectively stop putting everything that happens to us in our daily lives on the internet. Let me just break it down. You may be thinking, but Jasmine, the best thing about social media is that it gives us the opportunity to relate with one another. It gives us the opportunity to share in our human experiences and connect over them, right? And I'm hearing that. I'm definitely hearing that. I'm receiving that. However, I think that we have to start to think about filtering a little bit, image and perception. These things, it feels like maybe we've started to lose track of over time. And the internet is forever, folks. It's forever. It doesn't really seem like it is because of the types of comments and content that people freely put out and attach their names and photos to. It doesn't seem like it's forever, but it is. Especially if you happen to go viral. So today I really just wanted to sit down with you and I just wanted to observe. We're gonna observe a few TikToks today, and I think after each video we're gonna come together and we're gonna ask ourselves, did this video really need to be posted? The first bizarre phenomena that kind of falls into this category is a lot of relationship videos. And I'm not really talking about vlogs or advice videos or just cute coupley videos. I'm mostly talking about the people who share information about their partner publicly that would most likely even be a little controversial, even if they kept it private. Like this TikTok here, which you may have seen. It went pretty viral, so let's watch it.
Dumb things my husband did when I was in labor, in chronological order with timestamps. So coming in hot, 6 p.m. My water broke at 2 p.m., 6 p.m., things are happening. And he asked me what was for dinner. I'm like, I'm a little busy dilating. I can't fire up the fajitas right now, honey. You're on your own. 9 p.m., I'm entering another dimension. Things are getting so intense. I'm hands and knees in our bedroom and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. This is the bowl he brings me. I am now on another planet. It's 1 a.m. and we are on our way to the hospital. He takes a scenic route. Just a new route, new way. We've never been this way to the hospital. You take the highway. Not today. Special day. So he must have gotten less stupid once I got the epidural because there's a gap where nothing dumb happens. But I have her at 4:36 a.m. And at 5 a.m. So he's been taking pictures the whole time and sending them to my family and keeping them updated what's going on. But later I look at these photos. I'm tits out, just boobies, sending pictures of my boobies to my dad. And I don't really care. I know it's a beautiful moment, but still, I'm like, did you look at these before you sent them? This was a group chat. And finally, 8 a.m. Yes, I was only in the hospital for 8 hours. It was crazy. So it was time to go, and they were kind of like, you need to eat something before you leave. And I was like, oh, I have a protein bar in my bag. So I grabbed the protein bar, and he's like, can we split that? I'm hungry. The end.
God, this video gets worse every time I watch it. The dog bowl. Now, my first thought when I initially saw this video was, why are you telling us? That's your man, babe. You're still with him, so what do you want us to do about it? But then I took a second and I started to think about it a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe she recognizes that this behavior is lame in her husband. I'm sure this is not the first time he's acted pretty selfishly in important situations. So maybe she just needed a little confidence. Maybe she wanted us to get in her comments and be like, no, girl, that's not how he should treat you. You demand respect. You get in there and you tell him to treat you better. That's not actually what she wanted. Both of these TikToks have actually been removed from her account because they went pretty viral, and she got a lot of comments. But she did make a follow-up video basically defending him and his actions, kind of letting us know that we don't know anything about her relationship, yada yada yada. What is up, everybody? I actually had to go ahead and pop back in. Today is day 2 of filming this video because I found the follow-up video that our friend in question had posted. I found it on Twitter. Shouts out to Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's only right to share the context that she added So, let's watch.
You guys, holy smokes. We're gonna call that the joke that didn't land. Man, you guys are fired up. I think we need to talk a little bit about normalizing men also being nervous when women are in labor. Let's go.
Nervous. Okay. Okay, so he offered her the dog bowl because he was nervous. Gotcha.
Let's go through and clarify a few things. And he asked me what was for dinner. What I didn't tell you is we were unsure if I was even in labor yet, if it was time. Like, my water broke, but also I thought my water broke the day before. I had dinner defrosting. This man knows nothing about labor. He doesn't know how long it takes. And he's like, what was for dinner? And you guys all think
not to cut you off here, Bianca, or something. I actually think, though, that the reason why that part stuck out to a lot of people is not necessarily because he thought you were in labor and expected you to prepare a meal for him, but I think it's kind of more of the idea that he knew you could be going into labor at any moment and still expected you to prepare a meal for him, you know? I mean, there's really, like, a lot to be said about grown adults who do not know how to cook for themselves. I personally think it's, like, a little crazy, you know, because like, we super need food to survive, you know, like, that's not really optional. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense that people can go through, like, decades of their lives and never learn how to prepare a nutritious meal and become parents. Oh my god. Also, don't you guys have Postmates? Uber Eats? DoorDash? Grubhub? Chipotle app? Anything? Nothing? You have nothing? No other options? Pregnant wife had to make the food?
Anthony's in our bedroom and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. This is the bowl he brings. Okay, let me show you something. This is where I was. This is where I was saying, like, I was on my hands and knees. Let's go over here. And guess what the first bowl he would have seen was to grab? He wasn't trying to feed me dog food.
I don't understand how, I don't think I understand how that is making it better, though, because, first of all, why was he looking for a bowl and not a trash can? You know, like, the more she speaks, the less I understand.
He takes a scenic route. Just a new route. He took the wrong route to the hospital. This man wasn't joyriding. He was so effing nervous. He missed the turn. You guys need to cut this man some slack.
But wasn't it her that said he took the scenic route? I never said he took the scenic route, because, I mean, I wasn't there. So I think it was her that said that. She's the one that phrased it that way, right? Am I being gaslit?
I'm tits out. Get your mind out of the gutter. What picture he was sending. The baby is literally on my chest. It was the first picture we took. You see the side nip. You see, like, a little side nip. I don't care. Why do you care? And he's like, can we split that? I'm hungry. Protein bar thing, maybe, yeah, that was bad. But he also hasn't eaten in, I don't know, like 30 something hours. And, well, you know, y'all know I didn't make him dinner. Obviously, it just landed with the wrong people. That's okay, it happens. We're very happy. Don't worry, the end.
I mean, hey, I'm happy that they're happy. I just wonder, though, like, what was the goal in posting this from the beginning, right? Like, because her original video was captioned, "Stupid things my husband did while I was in labor." So we were meant from the beginning to, like, hear these things and, I guess, have a good laugh about how dumb her husband is. Like, the problem with that is that a lot of people did not find it funny. A lot of people did not find it funny at all, and she heard about it. She definitely did hear about it and retaliated with her video, which we've seen. For me, I think it gave me more questions than answers, but that's okay. It ultimately does not matter because they're happy. You guys, they're happy, and that's what matters. Now, you tell me, do you feel better knowing all that you now know about this couple's relationship? Did this video need to be posted? Lock your answer in down below, okay? You guys are the judge and jury. I'm not deciding. I mean, you know what I think. But I'm not deciding. You tell me what you think. Back to old Jasmine. The next video is also about a relationship, but it's a little bit different in that I think that maybe after we have some discussion, we might come to a different conclusion than we did last time. Who knows? But let's watch. So I saw this video on Twitter initially, and the response that it was getting there was very much giving like, why isn't the dad doing anything? Why can't they take turns to feed the baby? I saw someone call him an in-house deadbeat kind of energy, which is tough. Pretty similar sentiment to the video we watched before, where it's like, your husband isn't doing enough for you type vibes. Honestly, I did not come away from this video with that impression. I mean, like, you can see the mom is breastfeeding throughout the video, she's pumping throughout the night, and she's clearly seems to be enjoying the bonding time that she's having with the baby, so I don't know. Now, this mother and wife, her name is Christiana Tiana on TikTok, was pretty quick to shut down the negative comments that she was getting. She responded to one comment that had over 63,000 likes at the time of the screenshot, so a lot of people felt this way, but the comment was saying, what was the husband's role in this? Because he was just sleeping the whole time, he's rolling around at the end, he wakes up, he's on his phone. They're like, what's his role? How's he helping you? And she responded to this comment saying, to sleep. His role is to sleep. Because during the day, he cleans the house, does the dishes, takes out the trash, takes care of our 4 dogs, takes care of our 3 other kids, does school drop-offs and pickups to 2 different schools, mind you. 2 different schools. Sport runs, cooks, takes the baby so I can nap. Yeah, that's his role in this. So I think it's pretty clear here at this point that Miss Christiana Tiana did not come to play about her man, okay? She said, I know you little 20-year-olds have your little iPhones and your situationships going on, but some of us know a thing or two about partnership, and we're good over here, okay? Period. I love that for her. Now, did this content need to be posted? I am kind of wondering whether or not this content even needed to be made, right? Because I'm not a parent, I have no newborns, I will acknowledge that I'm not a professional, but I cannot imagine that getting up to turn on your bright-ass 1 million lumen ring light at 2:31 a.m. because you heard your newborn make a sound is maybe not the best way to promote a healthy sleeping schedule for that newborn or for your very tired and very busy husband. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a professional. So you guys go ahead and weigh in down in the comments. Lock your answer in. Did this video need to be posted? Did this video even need to be made? I don't know. You decide. I want to switch gears here a little bit because this next video it's the creme de la creme. It's the cream of the crop. It's truly the blueprint for content that really just should not have ever been made. Information that you really should never share about yourself publicly, ever. Mostly for the purposes of dignity.
You know what's worse than Sunday scaries? Saturday scaries. I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years. Literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him. Like, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy. Yeah, no. This is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, I said Leah, haha. And then I said Bars. And then when I sent Bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then Then he unblocked me and said, "What's up? This is random." And I said, "Well, why did you block me?" He said, "Why are you texting me?" I said, "Whoa, I don't know, to catch up." He's like, "It's been 8 years." I said, "Damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again. My bad." He was like, "I have a wife and kids now." Plot twist, my bad. He said, "Think you're a weirdo." I said, "Right back at ya." And then the conversation just ended, and honestly, woke up mortified. Simply mortified. So please stitch this with any other stories that you have that are similar or worse than this, so it makes me feel better about my decisions. Thank you.
See, this one I would have taken to my grave. This is information that I would probably never choose to share or wear on my chest for people to see. I was kind of with her in the beginning, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we've all been through tough times, you know? We've all reached out to an ex. We've all reached out to an ex-fling or an ex-crush sometime in the future and tried to see what was up, you know? Tried to feel out that vibe. We've all been there. I've been there. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. You know, that's super relatable. 8 years after a hookup with no contact is a little long. It's a tad bit long, I would say, to go ahead and reach back out. But, I mean, how can we judge her for being curious? We've all been curious. But then the Venmo happens. And I think the Venmo is right around the time that a lot of us started to go ahead and create some distance with our protagonist. I feel like the instant block after reading your name in his messages was kind of a really direct and telltale sign that he didn't really want to talk. I think the communication probably should have ceased between the two of them right there at that moment. And so did he. But then to send him $1 on Venmo, like she could have just requested $1 with the same message and gotten the same point across. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna start putting myself in his head. Like, what's he thinking? So I feel like he probably unblocked her at that point because he's like, this is random. This person I haven't spoken to in 8 years, and they're randomly trying super hard to get into contact with me. So like, what's up? And then to find out that she was doing all of this just for the purposes of catching up. Some people in the comments were kind of saying that he was an asshole for calling her a weirdo, but I don't think he was being an asshole. I think she was being a weirdo. I mean, I can sort of maybe kind of like start to see why she might have thought that posting this could be a good idea, right? Because she wanted to be relatable. She wanted people to get in the comments and talk about their embarrassing moments and relate to her. And some people sort of tried. Most of the comments were calling her kind of crazy and being tough on her, but some of the comments did try to defend her a little bit. But most of those comments were just like, oh girl, you know, I've done way worse. Like, people are judging you, but we've all done way worse. But nobody down in those comments was being explicit about what exactly they have done that was way worse than this. Because there's definitely a fine line between catching up and harassment. And I think that this girl, if not crossing it, definitely breathed in the direction of the line. So I'm not really 100% sure where most people are sitting on this issue. For me, do I think this video needed to be posted? I'm gonna say of course not. No, I do not think this video needed to be posted. Guys, it's okay to have secrets. I'm begging you guys to keep some secrets. It's okay not to share everything on the internet. The internet does not need to hear that you have boundary issues that you're not aware of. And we don't need to hear that your husband asked for half of your protein bar while you were sitting in the hospital post-labor. And we don't need to watch you get up at 2:30 in the morning to breastfeed your infant child. Like, it's okay to just keep some things in, keep them tight to the inner circle. That's like totally fine. Of course, lock your answer in. Lock your answer in. Do you think this video needed to be posted? Put it down below. Tell me if you think I'm being an asshole. You know, maybe I'm being judgy. Maybe I need to remove myself from the situation and just let people be who they are, you know? If any of these videos did improve your life, hey, thank you for everybody for watching this video. I did go ahead and take the time to blur out the names of the TikTokers who made this horrible content, just because I don't want to seem like I'm being hateful toward them, and I don't want to seem like I'm trying to make an example out of these people. They just so happened to make some bad videos, and I saw them, and then they were stacking up in my brain, and I had to say something. I had to get it out. So please subscribe, like this video if you liked it. I sometimes stream on Twitch, so you can find the link to that in the description, and I'll see you guys when I see ya.